Melissa Lee, the CNBC anchor, is actually calling on apes for help because she's working on a documentary on the apes saving AMC and shaking up Wall Street since January. And she would love to hear from the apes and actually is calling on us to send a short video because she needs those as input to build the material for the documentary she's working on. Now, in this video we're going to cover, is it a good or a bad thing for AMC? Is it a good or a bad thing for the short squeeze moving forward? And would you, as an ape, send some comments in a video like she's requesting? Let's get into it, folks. So when you get on her Twitter account, she tweeted this 7 hours ago. Calling on the AMC army, this is Melissa Lee, CNBC. I am working on a documentary about the apes saving AMC and shaking up Wall Street. We would love to hear about you and why you're an ape. Please send a short video about why you are in AMC to apes@nbcuni.com. See threads. Wow, folks. So to be totally transparent with you guys, all right, this is how I see things. It can be a good thing for the squeeze. Why? Because depending on when the documentary will be, out, depending on how deep she is willing to go in order to really get and transpire, all the information, all the research, all the due diligence we've been covering and uncovering since January on this whole situation, and how she presents it at the end. Because there is something about making a documentary, it's, perspective. You can look at documentaries on the 9/11, bombing thing, or you can look at two separate same documentaries, but get out of that with two different outcomes in terms of what happened and why it happened. Same thing for the crisis in 2008. Same thing for every other event that caused a major disruption in the world. So depending on how she's gonna, represent, depending on how she's gonna put out that information, if it's something that is actually totally transparent, not covering, not butter waxing the hedges and the companies involved, then maybe you can expect a wake up. You can expect some people, or some companies or some politicians or whoever who is not yet involved or even aware of what's going on to actually start to get a closer look. And that may lead to something as a catalyst pushing, putting some more pressure into the shorts to cover, either through ruling, either through the SEC getting more budget, for example. I don't know. I'm just talking here and thinking out loud. Either through politicians really putting additional pressure, or just another billionaire just picking up the phone and calling Citadel and the other hedges and say, you know what, enough is enough. I've had it. That's it. I'm out. So that is how I see how this can be a good thing. But again, it will depend on how the whole thing is set up. It will depend on how the whole thing is put out there for everybody else to see and get the exact same perspective as we do. Now, if it's not the case, so if things are not put up that way and it's just another item or tool for her to get to gain, or just to do another documentary on something that's happening to get more viewers, or to get, I don't know, something like that around the nature, then I don't see how it's going to be a good thing, especially given the fact that when you look at the legal stuff behind this, by submitting a video, you are confirming that you shot it and will irrevocably grant CNBC non-exclusive, irrevocable permission to use the video in a documentary about AMC on all platforms and media worldwide in perpetuity. Man, this is a lot. I mean, it can be nothing, but putting it this way, it's intimidating. So I'm not sure I want to have that kind of commitment just because I sent a video on AMC. That may be coming back and bite me on the butt later. I don't know. Maybe they will look for retribution. I don't know. That's why, I mean, even jumping on Reddit or stock tweets, you will see, a divided into this subject. Some people are willing to do it. Some like, no, thank you. I'm passing. So let me know what you guys think about this whole thing. How do you think it may be a good thing for us moving forward or bad thing? Or definitely, will you see yourself sending your video with all the legal matter involved with, with this thing? Let me know, please.